Hello and welcome to another exciting Let's Play starring me, Alt-11 Widebody, and we're going to be tackling MechCommander, the Desperate Measures expansion. I've already played through the original campaign, so it's time for the expansion campaign. More mechs, new weapons, new missions, and music, and an exciting new campaign, so let's get right into it.
Command interface initiated. Incoming transmission.
Let's go! I need that hookup now!
This is a Priority 1 message for Zulu and Yankee Company commanders, 1st Davion Guards. Commanders, Operation Bulldog is a success. Clan Smoke Jaguar has been utterly defeated and the worlds they have captured have been liberated. Remnants of their forces are fleeing the inner sphere and returning to Clan space. Now the bad news. I'm rescinding your orders to return home. Intel reports that a renegade Smoke Jaguar, Star Colonel Marcus Kotare, has taken planet Cermak in the periphery. Your orders are to retake the planet and terminate his command. Several drop ships are en route with equipment and mech warriors. Battalion has graciously supplied us with 3 new Battletech chassis and several new weapons systems. Check battalion inventory at regular intervals. Now listen. Reports indicate Kotare may be unstable. At the time of our counterattack, he was under house arrest pending court-martial for war atrocities. Cermak was originally an old Star League outpost, but after centuries of warfare, it's nothing more than a junk heap, devoid of human population. He picked that Star League outpost for a reason. I want to know what it is. Reese out.
Let's go!
Star Colonel Marcus Coathanger? Well, you heard Detective Benson. This guy must be seriously unstable if he's under house arrest for war crimes by the Jaguars. Let's read our briefing. We are in Operation Hydra. Good thing Star Captain America isn't here. Secure landing zone. Objective 1, capture HQ vehicle. Objective 2, capture component warehouses 2. Objective 3, move all units to extraction point. Fire support for small artillery and nothing else. Your mission is to sweep and secure the immediate area around the landing zone. Your first objective is to capture a clan HQ vehicle. We require as much knowledge about this area as possible, and capture of this unit may give us some useful technical information. Proceed then to the next objective, which is the capture of 2 component warehouses inside a clan outpost. These component warehouses contain supplies and weapons which will prove useful in our upcoming engagements. Be advised that clan outposts are typically defended by turrets and turret control towers. The final objective is to move all your units to the extraction point near the main road, accessing this area. Tactical notice. Capture of an HQ vehicle reveals a section of the surrounding terrain. Turret control towers control the turrets. All the same kind of stuff from the original campaign. So let's take a brief look at our mission map here. One of the noticeable differences of the Desperate Measures campaign is that there's a lot more hills, like this one, and this one, and this one. So it provides... the missions are a bit better designed as far as giving you strategic overviews of the tactical situation with line of sight. The line of sight is expanded at the top of hills. So that's good. Our objective 1 here is to capture this mobile HQ. There's some dead bases here, here, and here that contain some nifty salvage, so we'll be sure to check those out. Here's our secondary base, where we need to capture some more stuff, and here's our extraction point. This is all forest, and the rest of the ground is dead and brown. So, this is the expansion pack. This is one of the, actually the second to last game that Microprose released with the Battletech license. The last one would have been the expansion pack for MechWarrior 3, which came out 2 or 3 months after this, which I believe was called Pirate Moon. I don't have it, unfortunately. I'm hoping I can get MechWarrior 3 to work at some point. You might have seen the disaster that it was trying to run it under Windows 7, so I might have to do something interesting with that and maybe run a virtual machine. But that's for later. We're playing MechCommander Gold. Despite the name of it, the expansion pack was never released separately, which is kind of strange. But that's what it's called. Desperate measures. Foreshadowing of things to come. Let's take a look. Here's one of our... We get 3 new mechs, and the clans get 3 new mechs. One of which is the Stiletto, which is known for its high top speed, 36 meters per second, which makes it the fastest mech in the game. Carries intermediate sensors and armor about as thin as paper. It says moderate, but that's a lie. The only good thing about it is that if you get the jump version, it's got ridiculously long jump capability. Unfortunately, it'll get blown to pieces before it even lands. Let's see, and then we have the Bushwhacker, which is a relatively new mech, which is versed in the 3058 or 3058 technical readout. And the gist of the Bushwhacker is it's one of the first designs to extensively use the Intersphere knockoff of the clan technology. So it's got the speed of typical clan heavy and assault mechs, heavy and assault, medium and assault and heavy, medium and heavy, moderate and heavy, class medium. It's got this good speed, and it holds decent weapons. And if you played MechWarrior 3, as I just mentioned, you'll be familiar with it because it's the mech that you start the campaign off with. And the last new Intersphere mech is the Mauler from the 3055 technical readout. You can't see what it looks like, but you'll be familiar with it if you've played MechWarrior 2 Mercenaries. It's actually the cover mech for that, which is, I guess, a good thing for its reputation. This one has a little bit different layout. Some of these mechs have different layouts than they do in canon. So this one has 2 light Gauss rifles. The actual canon version has 4 light autocannons, 4 AC2s. Or LBX AC2s, I forget, but it's pretty damn useless, despite its name, which makes it sound like it would be some kind of close-in support or close-in combat mech. So, we have lots of pilots. We have 5 pilots and 5 shiny new mechs. So, let's strip these mechs out. Move that, move that. Not going to need the Raven like ever, especially in these. Unfortunately, it's a J mech, which would make it normally useful, but with the heavy firepower we're going to be facing, it's just going to get killed. So that would be bad. Whoops, you should probably keep your sensor. Alright, strip out all the weapons. Like that, and we'll go ahead and put in a better loadout for this. So we do start with some veteran pilots. We have Thunder.
Thunder here.
And we have Goblin.
This is Goblin.
We also have Spice.
I'm Spice.
Who has piddling little gunnery. So we're gonna remove Spice.
Should have seen that myself.
Ha! And we're gonna put in I guess her and Barren have the same gunnery rating. Okay. Well,
I'm Spice. Should have seen that myself.
We'll take Thunder out.
Leave it to me.
And we'll put Barren in to our Bushwhacker. Because we want to get these 2 regular pilots increased in gunnery as soon as possible. And doing that on the early missions will be the best way. So let's take a brief look at our components. There's a couple of new weapons that we get to play with. Can I use the... No, can't use the keyboard, can't use the mouse wheel. You gotta do it manually. This is the 90s after all. Let's see, what do we have new? This is all the same. There's the... Oh, the light Gauss rifle, like I just mentioned, is new. And there's this weapon, the large X-pulse laser. And canon X-pulse lasers are like sort of an extended range pulse laser. That's technically level 3 as far as tech rating, which will put it into the goofy munchkin territory, if you're familiar with the term from role-playing games. Everything else in here is level 2, but this one is new for this campaign. It fires at an extremely fast rate, firing more than once a second and doing not too bad damage. This weapon will be very, very useful because you want to have as many shots as possible because of the way that the damage curves work in this game. It's better to have weapons that fire very fast than to have weapons that do a lot of damage. So we'll use that as soon as we get that. It all strikes out to long range, which makes it very, very useful. The long tom cannon is a type of mobile artillery. It also does a splash damage and does some pretty good damage, but it's extremely large, 34 tons, or 34, what would you call it, load points. And the light Gauss rifle is another new weapon, which does damage out to long range, does 5 points of damage, which is pretty good. It's got the same fire rate as the Gauss rifle, slightly less damage, but it carries a hell of a lot more ammunition, which makes it a bit more effective than the regular Gauss rifle, which is kind of ironic. And then the rest of your components are the same. And let's see, there's one new vehicle, the ammo truck, which is just like a repair truck, except it only refills your ammo, so that's not that exciting. So let's continue outfitting our mechs. We're going to be facing several enemy mechs in this mission, and lots of vehicles. So I want everybody to have some kind of short-range energy weapon, because we're going to be facing quite a few LRM carriers, so we'll be fighting at short range. Let's put a streak missile pack in each of you guys. There we go. And let's use the LBX autocannon. Carries a lot more ammo than the regular. 40 shots for the regular and 90 shots for the LBX. Just not actually how it works in the game, but okay, sure, why not? And we'll give Spice an autocannon. And because this Baron is going to be our fast mech, we're going to give him lots of LRM racks and let him be our missile boat. What else should we outfit you with? You don't have too much space left. We can fit one LRM rack and maybe an SRM rack. There we go. And let's see. Should have some kind of... I don't think I have any long range. Oh, I have a large ER laser. Let's use that. That should be good. Let's see. We have... If I remove this streak, maybe I could fit 2 of these. Yeah, there we go. Okie dokie. If I remove both of these, I'm not going to have enough room for a medium range weapon, am I? Nope. Well, I could have one laser and one SRM pack. That's even better. Okay. So, we've got that all set up. Let's go ahead and get into combat. And we have just the right drop weight limit. And as we go through the mission, we'll talk a little bit more about this expansion pack. So let's go.
Commencing deployment. Mech warriors prepare for combat.